eye in the sky helps you get there faster. I'm Jeff Barr.
In Game 6, the Atlanta Braves will try to seal the deal on their first World Series title since 1995. Leading 3-2, they'll start match play against the Astros in Houston. Braves manager Brian Snitker says Fried is ready.
He's ready to go. I always feel good when Max pitches. The bullpen's in good shape. Max has got full rest, and we should be good to go.
The Astros are going with Luis Garcia on the mound. First pitch set for 5:09 p.m. Pacific time. The Clippers beat the Oklahoma Thunder 99-94, with Paul George supplying 32 of those points. The Lakers, who beat the Houston Rockets on Sunday, get to play them again tonight at 7:30. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports. With record low interest rates, does it make sense to pay off your home? No, it does not. With high interest rates, it does. But if you're talking about low interest rates like those that exist now, and the house and your equity in your house, which has really increased because, well, the value has increased. So what do? Well, how about borrowing against the equity and taking that money and putting it someplace that makes money, some kind of investment? Or you can take the money out for college tuition or remodeling. It doesn't really matter. But the interest rate is so low, it all makes sense now. HMS Capital, that's a company I'm recommending. Why? Because I've been there twice. I've done a mortgage with HMS Capital, and I've known Mark Tice, the president, over 16 years. Razor sharp interest rates, they're going to earn your business. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com, hmscapital.com. HMS Capital Funding is a DBA of Goldman Finance, Canada, ID number 2427. HMS Capital is licensed under the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, license number 4130360, equal housing lender.
Living with dental issues is hard. No one knows this better than Joseph, who struggled with failing teeth for years.
The inflammation, the bad breath, the teeth falling out, the pain.
These issues took their toll, so Joseph came to Clear Choice Dental Implant Center, where he discovered one procedure to put an end to the years of discomfort, pain, and compromise.
Once I got it done, I was like, why did you wait so long?
That's what dental implants did for Joseph. Find out what they can do for you by visiting clearchoice.com.
Bay Alarm Secure.
Your KFI Financial Report is brought to you by Bay Alarm. Checking the Dow, it's up 29, S&P up 12, NASDAQ up 37, and the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $4.60.
Bay Alarm security systems can change with your business, so you're right for now and ready for the next.
Partly cloudy today, has a range from the mid-60s at the beaches, low to mid-70s for Orange County and Metro LA, mid to upper 70s for the valleys and the IE. 56 right now in Laguna Niguel, 57 in Seal Beach, 61 in Glendora, 46 in Santa Clarita. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
And welcome, everybody. Bill Handel here on a Tuesday morning, November 2. And we've got some stories to share. A judge here in Southern California has ruled Vanessa Bryant will not have to undergo a psychiatric evaluation. This is in regards to her lawsuit, saying that the pictures that were taken by those sheriff's deputies of the remains of Kobe Bryant and everybody else on the airplane that were shared amongst the deputies, she's saying that caused extraordinary additional damage, psychological damage. And the judge said, you didn't even see those pictures, and they weren't disseminated publicly. So, yeah, you heard that happened, but no psychological or psychiatric evaluation for you. You just don't need it. All right, let's move on with Joe Biden and new rules to curb methane. So this is at COP26, the summit, the climate change summit that 100 heads of state went to, and senior executives, plus 30,000 other people, interested parties and companies and entities that have their skin in the game regarding climate change. But then everybody does. I mean, I don't know who isn't. So what the president did is unveiled a sweeping new set of policies, unlike any other administration, and this has to do with cutting emissions of methane. Keep in mind that the premise among climatologists, God, I love that. How do you get to be a climatologist? Is to reduce the increase in world temperature, Earth's temperature, by 2 degrees Celsius, or not allow it to put at 2 degrees Celsius, and some are saying 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2100. Why? Because above that point, it becomes catastrophic. And I don't even know what catastrophic means. I do know what extra hurricanes mean, additional hurricanes and intensity, and I do know what drought is all about that we're experiencing, and the wildfires and the flooding going on throughout the country. That I understand, and that's not catastrophic. It was described as that's just a drop in the bucket compared to what's going to happen if the temperature of the world increases by 2 degrees Celsius by 2100. It's about 3 degrees, give or take, a little bit more. So a lot of the problem is methane. And methane is the most potent gas that exists, the greenhouse gas. And most of it comes from oil wells, a lot of it from cars, but for the most part, oil wells and other industrial kinds of power plants, factories, that sort of thing. And so up to this point, this has to do with oil wells and oil-producing facilities. Up to this point, whenever there was a bill passed, and the Obama administration did pass some laws curtailing methane, it was for newer wells. From here on in, there must be technology to reduce methane. Well, under the Biden administration, Joe Biden has gone farther, saying all of them are going to be retrofitted to reduce methane because of the damage that methane causes. And it is extraordinary. And the potency of methane is, it doesn't get any worse than that. Methane is the world's second largest contributor to climate change, CO2 being the first. It dissipates more quickly than CO2, but is 80 times more powerful during the first 20 years after it is released into the atmosphere. I mean, it's pretty dangerous stuff. And it will do it. Even Brazil said it signed the Methane Pledge yesterday, actually. And the number of signatories around the world has increased slowly, and it's easy to sign on, because look what's happening in Brazil. They are burning the Amazon down so quickly that I don't know how many acres, square miles of forest, of jungle is being burnt down to the ground for farmers to grow soy and cattle herding, which adds to the methane. So you take away the jungle, and the Amazon basin has been described as the lungs of the earth because of so much CO2 that it absorbs and oxygen that it produces. And now it's being switched over to soy and to cows, herding cattle. And we know what cattle are all about. And that's cattle gas, cattle parts, which are the methane that's produced by cows is extraordinary. I mean, that alone, if we got rid of cows, which of course is not going to happen anytime soon, would influence the amount of methane that's being produced and released in the atmosphere. And the two biggest countries that are not signing this pledge are Russia and China. And here comes the geopolitics. Because in the end, it's all political, even saving the planet. And I happen to be one of those that believe that climate change is an existential threat to humanity. Not in my lifetime. I just have to deal with wildfires. I just have to get more fire insurance, if I can get it. And if it turns out I'm living in a flood zone, you just have to get a lot of pontoons under your house, at least to save the house from going under the water. I get that. But come 80 years from now, 50 years from now, you're looking at some real trouble that the world is going to undergo. Real problem, for sure. All right, the Texas abortion law case, and even the Supreme Court, even Kavanaugh and Barrett have some skepticism about this abortion law case, the most restrictive in the United States. And I'll come back with that, and your chance to win $1,000 when we come back. In the meantime, there's Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Power's been restored to all parts of LAX. The airport says that electricity was knocked out to terminals around 8 o'clock last night, and some terminals had to go to backup power. A Janet Jackson documentary detailing the events of a major mishap at the Super Bowl halftime show will be on Hulu. The latest episode of the New York Times Presents series will look at Jackson's wardrobe malfunction at the 2004 Super Bowl and halftime show. And as Handel mentioned, a federal judge says Vanessa Bryant, the widow of Kobe Bryant, will not have to undergo psychiatric testing in her lawsuit over photos of the helicopter crash that killed her husband and daughter. We'll take a look at your ride with Kfi in the sky and the 710 next.
You know, most people think that varicose veins are just embarrassing. They're just a cosmetic issue. Hey, it's Dr. Wendy Walsh. You should know that if left untreated, varicose veins can cause ulcers, infections, and even dangerous blood clots. West Medical specializes in the most advanced, minimally invasive varicose vein treatments available, and it's covered by most PPO insurances. So call 1-800-WEST-MED or westmedical.com to set up a free consultation with a vein expert today.
By now, you've heard the news. Boosters for Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines are available. They help keep your immunity strong and help keep you and others protected against COVID-19 and its variants. Visit myturn.ca.gov to find out if you're eligible and to find a booster near you. Let's keep each other safer and healthier this winter. Get your booster, and don't forget to get your flu shot, too. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Staples Connect helps your business grow. Now get 20% off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Explore more at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Offer ends 1/1/22. Visit staples.com/services/printing for details. Staples Connect.
SoCal weather from KFI. A partly cloudy day. Has a range from the mid-60s at the beaches to the upper 70s inland. This report is brought to you by your Staples store. We're watching that slow ride on the 710.
Boy, well put, Jennifer. Good morning. Boy, we got some tough drives to warn you about. First, going through Southgate or towards it. North 710 Imperial, north of the 105, the driver lost control of one of many similar crashes here this morning, but as it wound up in the bushes and a lot of activity, so north 710 always busy, but now really getting slow coming up from the 91. Once you get past that, apparently you drive up to East LA. Long Beach, turn off Long Beach, west on 91 at Cherry before the 710. We've had lanes blocked for a long time, a couple left lanes, back up through the 605. As a matter of fact, getting slow from Carmenita going across. Don't forget about Ortesia Boulevard. They'll probably help you out. And the Santa Monica Freeway, west 10 at Normandy. A very complicated crash there. We still have lanes blocked. As a matter of fact, it goes all the way back to the East LA interchange. Everything coming into the interchange that leads you to the west end is jammed. Adams, Washington, they both help you out. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jeff Baugh.
This report is sponsored by DuckDuckGo. Protect your privacy for free with DuckDuckGo. Your life, your hope, and whatever you were searching for at 1:15 a.m. It's really none of our business, and it shouldn't be anyone else's. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Rates subject to change without notice. Minimum loan amount requirements apply. 50% loan to value and 620 FICO credit score. Certain restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval. NMLS 3290. Loans made or arranged pursuant to a California Finance Lenders Law license number 6036970. Equal housing lender.
Wake up! Have you seen these great home loan rates being advertised, but you've thought to yourself, I'll never qualify? Well, you clearly haven't called IntelliLoan. Right now, IntelliLoan is offering a 1.99% APR with no points or lender fees. This is even if your credit score is 620. So no more excuses. Even if you've got okay credit, you're self-employed, whatever it is, IntelliLoan can help you get that great home loan. So call IntelliLoan today and ask about a 1.99% APR with no points or lender fees, even if your credit score is 620. Call them at 1-800-918-6200. That's 1-800-918-6200, or just go to IntelliLoan.com.
IntelliLoan. Borrow smart.
Want a new set of wheels without spending hours at car dealerships? Download the Roto app. That's R-O-D-O. You can browse thousands of vehicles from your phone, buy a car in minutes, and even have it delivered. Plus, Roto finds every discount available, so you know you're always getting the best price, with no hidden fees. Listen, if you're ready to buy a car, make it easy on yourself and go with Roto. Download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's ROTO.com.
Amazon Delivery Service Partners are hiring full-time delivery drivers to meet growing customer demand. Earn at least $19.50 per hour at select stations, plus benefits, and a sign-on bonus of $2,000 from participating DSPs if you apply now. Apply today at www.amazon.com/driver. That's www.amazon.com/driver. No delivery experience required. Terms apply. Hourly rate includes a limited time incentive for delivering a route full-time between October 17th to December 25th, 2021.
How are those Solar Max panels treating you?
Loving them. I just wish I went with Solar Max sooner. All the money I would have saved.
Solar Max has new Tesla 420 panels and power walls for $79.96 per month and $0 down.
Dial pound 250 from your cell and say the keyword Solar Max or go to solarmaxtech.com. Monthly payment available on approved credit. CSLB number 97204.
California has millions of homes that could be damaged in a strong earthquake, and earthquakes are inevitable in the Golden State. An older home is especially vulnerable to earthquake damage, so you may need to take steps to strengthen it and help reduce the chance of damage. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com to learn about better protecting your home from earthquake damage. The work may cost less than you think and can often be completed in a few days. You've worked hard to get a home. Now's the time to protect it. Get prepared today so you can worry less tomorrow. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com.
I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki from 1-800-NO-CUFFS. Can you do the alphabet backwards? Z-Y-S-W-V. Yeah, try doing that by the side of the road. So if you get pulled over, don't wing it. Call us at 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Well, you've heard me talk about my friends at Sunday and how they can sell your home fast without any repairs, without the hassle of dealing with showings, realtors, cleaning, or making upgrades. Now Sunday has made the process even easier for those who want to sell a property fast. Contact Sunday for your free no-obligation cash offer. They're going to visit your property, take photos, and do a 3D walkthrough. They'll package your property details and send it to the thousands of local investors in their database who are actively looking to buy property. The average homeowner receives 12 offers on their property. It's quick and easy. Plus, you can close in as little as 10 days, or they have the flexibility to close in months. They can even give you a $20,000 cash advance, which will help with moving costs when you sell with Sunday. Go to Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com, or phone them, 800-25-OFFER. Get a free no-obligation cash offer at Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com. Sunday is a California licensed real estate broker. DRE license number 020-88298.
The wets are getting wetter.
It's a wetter wet. That's worse than a drier dry. And in case the winter is a colder cold, then
So we have to kind of be exactly average to get out of this, right?
yes, we have to have a more normal norm.
John and Kev, weekdays at 2
The lukewarms are getting lukewarmer.
on KFI.
And good morning, Bill Handel here. It is a Tuesday morning, November the 2nd. Here's your chance for some money.
KFI has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword cash. CASH to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's cash to 200-200.
And if you win, you will get a phone call from a number you don't recognize. You have to answer that one. We do this 14 times every day, 20 minutes after the hour, between 5:20 a.m. and 7:20 p.m. You've got lots of chances to win your $1,000. Some of the stories that are trending and we're covering, and that is we're going to see if the CDC is going to vote on giving COVID-19 vaccine to kids 5 to 11. That's a big one. And big elections today, Virginia and New Jersey, Democrat versus Republican governors. And we'll certainly be talking about that tomorrow when we get an answer. It's neck and neck. Now, the Supreme Court heard oral arguments yesterday regarding the Texas abortion ban, and it's being described as far-reaching. Now, we already know, according to a 1992 federal decision, a Supreme Court decision, that there can be no substantial reductions in the ability to stop a woman from undergoing an abortion because it violates her constitutional right as given to her under Roe v. Wade. So what Texas did is pretty novel. That law dealt with the state having the power, And what the Texas law does is bypass anything to do with the state and the state power. What it does is give any individual from any place in the world the right to sue not the woman, but the doctor performing the abortion or anybody connected with helping with the abortion. Security guard maybe at the front, yeah, liable. Nurses certainly, techs certainly. The Uber driver, yes, under the law. And it's not a question of enforcement, it's a question of private citizens suing. A minimum of $10,000 in damages going to the suer, going to the plaintiff. And that bypasses all the federal laws, enforcement of bans. Well, even the Supreme Court, and we're talking about two members of the court, Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett, really conservative. I mean, hate abortion, said, oh, come on. Really? A lot of skepticism. Now, there's a case from Mississippi going up that is a direct attack on Roe v. Wade, and the court could very well say Roe v. Wade disappears. But this one is a weird one. Making the law enforceable only through lawsuits by private parties, specifically to keep the federal courts from getting involved and stopping the law. And Kavanaugh characterized it straight out, this is a loophole that's been exploited. And here's your problem. What if you have a liberal state that does the same thing with gun rights? Second Amendment, where your right cannot be infringed on by the state, by the government. Well, we can bypass that. Let's do this one. If someone owns a gun or carries one in public in violation of a law that's been passed, for example, the law in the state of California has gun restrictions. So now there's a new law that's passed. Okay, you can't restrict the guns. However, you can sue the person that carries or sells or allows someone into a store for a minimum of $10,000, and anybody can sue. And the court said, no, that one isn't going to work at all. And the other thing about the Texas law, and I don't think this one is going to affect the courts very much, because that was a procedural, technical question as to whether a law could even exist like that. The Texas statute bars abortion after fetal cardiac activity can be detected, about 6 weeks. And the majority of women who do get pregnant don't even know that they are pregnant at the 6-week mark. That's the premise. The lawyer representing the clinic and doctors who are suing to have this law overturned said, and this was yesterday in the oral hearings in court, that the potential penalties were having a chilling effect on providers. No rational abortion provider would violate this law. No kidding. Why? Well, because there's no limit to the number of people that can sue, and therefore there is no limit to the amount of money. And that's what the judge said. Even Justice Roberts, nobody is going to risk violating the statute because they'll be subject to state $1 million. What? Who's going to do that? And the issue of you can't even get into court without undertaking this conduct which can get you into $1 billion in debt. And he reiterated, again, this is the attorney reiterated that this is no different from people who might have a Second Amendment defense if the same thing happened. What do you think the gun advocate would do if this bill were passed in liberal states? Saying the state cannot ban the use of firearms.